Hey, hey. Hi, Antoinette. How are you? Long time no see. Good morning, good morning. Let's see who's hanging out in Facebook land today. We're going to make a cute little card today. So yesterday, the story behind this is yesterday we were in the Understand Blue craft class group hanging out with Lydia Fiedler. And we got on the topic of talking about snakes. And I absolutely despise snakes. Snakes are, they're a hard pass for me. It's a no-go. And so she was talking about how, like, snakes are, they only strike when provoked, essentially. And so she's never known anybody who's just been randomly bitten by a snake. So you don't have to worry about snakes. And I just had to call bullshit on that. Sorry, Lydia. But total BS, because snakes are evil creatures. So I'm not a fan of snakes at all whatsoever. They're icky to me. They are terrible little creatures. This little guy is adorable, but I call snakes nope ropes. Nope, it's a nope rope or a danger noodle, anything like that. Not into snakes. So anyways, this stamp set is called SSSSsup, because this little guy, SSSSsup. And we're gonna make a little card out of this little dude. So there we go. Why am I not getting comments on here? That's what I want to know. Facebook's really killing me lately. So, what did it say? How are you feeling? Oh, thanks. I can't see what all that said because it's on my phone. So, Antoinette, are you in the Sweet Sentiment Stamps and Friends group replying? Maybe I just need to refresh. Refresh. Oh, there we go. Hey, I have comments now. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Lydia. Yeah, so Lydia, there we are, throwing you under the bus. I did do a video on backgrounds. I've done lots of videos on backgrounds. So, yeah. So anyways, we're going to color this little snake for Lydia. So, Lydia, what color you want your little snake? Because it's coming your way, baby. We can do browns, we can do greens, we can do them rainbow, we can do whatever color you want. But he has to be cute because, hey, Tyler, because I can't handle not cute snakes. And while you decide, I'm going to zoom in so you can see me coloring him. Coral snake, red and yellow, kill a fellow. All right. Well, I don't know what a coral snake looks like because I don't research snakes, but I'm all about doing a red and yellow snake. So we're going to do like a color morphing snake because that sounds super duper fun. Red and yellow kill a fellow. Don't king snakes have yellow on them? We used to have king snakes, a lot of king snakes where I'm from. And I'm pretty certain have yellow on them. Not gonna lie. Okay, so I've just grabbed some reds, oranges, and yellows because we're gonna do a little color morph thing going on here. Again, I start with my BV29. Yellow, red, yellow, black, repeat. Oh my God, you know all these adages about snakes. You're killing me. Okay. So they're like striped. Your coral snake is striped in this order: yellow, red, yellow, black, repeat. Okay. All right. We're going to go for it. Might not end up looking like a coral snake, but it's going to be cute. I could make this a rattler. His tail is in a perfect position to be a rattler. So I'm doing a stippling or stippling, however you decide to say it, whatever part of the country you're from, technique. And just like I did on the mermaid the other day, it's a great technique for scales, whether they're dragon scales, snake scales, fish scales, anything like that. I don't know who Jack is, but since he's friends of snakes, I don't think he's a friend of mine. Or maybe he would be a great friend, because since I don't like snakes. Has anybody here been bitten by a snake? And what did you do to provoke it to make that snake bite you? That's what I want to know. So I grew up with this girl named Bridget. And she is an extreme animal person. So I gotta map this out. Red, how's it go? Yellow, red, yellow, black. Okay, so I'm gonna map out where I'm putting these yellows, and I want like a brighter yellow. So it's gonna be yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow, red, yellow, black. Okay. And we're going to worry about his head in a moment. Okay. A drunk frat boy. There could be. Tyler, have you ever been bitten by a snake? Okay, so I started to tell you the story of my friend Bridget. So, I grew up with this girl named Bridget. And she is like a naturalist type of person, and spent a lot of time in like the rainforest and New Zealand and different tropical places in the Amazon. She was like a dog groomer. Everything she ever does has had to do with animals. Okay. So she's very, very into animals. And so she is, somewhere in some forest. I don't know. I don't know where anacondas grow, but that's where she was, wherever anacondas are. And so she's hiking and she comes along this anaconda. And so she's taking a photo of it. She's at a distance. She, is around animals a lot. So she understands, they need their distance and stuff. And I guess this anaconda was just hungry or something along those lines. I do avoid snakes at all costs. The anaconda was just hungry or something. I don't know. I mean, just a thing. They get hungry. They're big, huge snakes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with anacondas, but they are monsters. Like absolute huge monsters of snakes. And so she decides that she's gonna, you know, walk away from it. So she starts to back away slowly from the anaconda. It's not coiled or anything. It's and it's ginormous. Like, we're talking a people eater snake. It's huge, I guess. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But anyways, it all of a sudden like jumps out at her, and she puts her arm up to protect herself. And they're in the middle of the freaking jungle somewhere, you know, whatever. And it clamps onto her arm. Essentially, it starts to eat her hand and her arm. And so obviously she's not happy, and anacondas aren't venomous. They're just, you know, ginormous. And this thing was huge. And so it clamps onto her hand, and it starts trying to eat her hand. And they're very strong, so it's like trying to wrap itself around her body and stuff so that it can, you know, attack her and eat her and all those things. And, right? Nope. This is what I say. This is why I stay out of the jungle. Or wherever anacondas are. I don't even know what country she was in at this point. But anyways, and so they, the closest like village is like this, I don't know, Aboriginal type, you know, native village where they don't have, you know, like phones and that kind of stuff. So the guys that come out to help the friend that she was with, like, runs back to the village, which is like a mile run, like leaves her there with the anaconda. And he runs back to the village, and I guess they have snake attacks, you know, like constantly, because they live, you know, out in the boonies kind of thing. And so he runs back to the village, and he gets, you know, the guys, whoever it is, and they come back to her, and this thing has like dislocated its jaw. Hi, Allison. We're talking about snake attacks. This thing has like dislocated its jaw and is consuming her arm. Like, he's up to her elbow at this point. And snakes, I guess, like to eat their food slowly. I don't know. And so he's like up to her elbow and like trying to eat her arm. And so the Aboriginal dude, or whoever it is, the native guy, I like to say Aboriginal because I like to think this is very exotic and tropical, because, you know, how often does your arm get eaten by an anaconda? And he wants to chop off the snake's head. Like, he wants to kill the snake. And Bridget loses her ever-loving mind. And she's like, it's not the snake's fault. I am a food source. And he's just trying to eat. So, long story short, they end up tranquilizing the snake. They get, like, whoever else there. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't pay attention. After the snake was eating her arm, I kind of forgot what life was and cringed into a ball and started rocking back and forth and trying to save my sanity. But so she had them tranquilize the snake and retrieve her arm. I guess, is what you would say. Retrieve her arm out of the snake's mouth. And she went to the hospital and, you know, all the things. But her arm kind of looks like hamburger meat. And so from then on, she's always worn gloves, like elbow-length gloves. So, yeah, interesting story. Very interesting story. Yeah, no thank you. That's a hard pass for me. A very hard pass for me. So, she wasn't necessarily provoking the snake, Lydia. I guess the snake was just hungry. So there you go. She's not a frat boy. She wasn't provoking the snake. The snake was just hungry. So stay away from hungry snakes. It's the moral of the story. and you won't get eaten. Thank you. Thanks. He's cute. Him's cute. Him's a cute snake. He doesn't eat people's arms. At least not yet, anyways. I just ran into so many snakes in my childhood because in Northern California we have a lot of rattlesnakes. Like a lot. And so I ran into so many snakes in my childhood that I'm just gun shy with them. Yeah, I opt from staying away from all snakes. And so I will tell you a horrible story. Horrible for me. Y'all will laugh at it. I kind of laugh at it now, not gonna lie. I was at my sister and brother-in-law's house in Southern California, and my sister was in the kitchen cooking something, probably dinner for us, and my brother-in-law and I were playing video games. Now, he had a terrarium that had a little ball python, like a 2-foot, maybe 2.5-foot little ball python. So not the biggest snake in the world, but just a cute little snake. And the ball python's name was Roscoe. I have two. Oh, mine was an albino. Mine was just a huge. No, mine was a boa constrictor. That's what it was. Anyways, so he intermittently let this snake out so that it could, you know, slither around the house. Unbeknownst to me. And he knew of my fear of snakes, my phobia of snakes. I have a very unrealistic phobia of snakes. I will be the first to tell you. It is very unrealistic. Because I've never even had a snake, like, try to strike at me. I've seen them, I've been close to them, but I've never had one try to strike at me because I'm not an idiot frat boy who provokes snakes. And I'm not a geocacher who sticks my arm down dark holes to try to find pieces of paper. So he has his little ball python running around. Look at him. He's pretty cute. Lydia, what color is his head? Anyways, so we're sitting there playing video games, and the little ball python crawls across my legs or slithers up across my legs, and I'm like petrified. As soon as it gets to my leg, I didn't even know it was out, and I'm concentrating on the video game, and then here is this thing all of a sudden like crawling across my leg, and I'm just sitting on the floor with my legs out in front of me kind of thing. Scared as fuck. All of a sudden I start losing at the video game, and my brother-in-law's like, what? I got you now, you know, and he's like doing all this stuff. I am rendered mute. Entirely, 100%. I cannot even speak. And this thing crawls across my legs and then just stays there. And I'm stuck. And he starts laughing. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever. He finally looks over at me, and Roscoe is literally laying across both of my legs. And I couldn't move. And he wouldn't pick up the snake and move it. And I'm traumatized for life now. As you can tell, I have PTSD. PSSD. Post-snake stress disorder. Not cool. See, I have all these bad experiences with snakes. That's my problem. People think it's funny. I know, right? When I was in 3rd grade, we had these zoologists come to our school and give this presentation in our classroom. and they brought this huge, it was like 150 pounds, boa constrictor. Huge. Super old, too. They said it was like a super old snake. Oh, no, I was in 3rd grade, and I was tiny, so what do you do? And they chose me to hold this boa constrictor. And I was like, all right, cool. So they had me, like, just sit on the floor, and then they put the thing, like, draped it over my shoulders. And I was so nervous that I made the snake nervous. And he started to constrict. And they couldn't get him off of me. So they had to, like, walk me through, like, breathing to calm down, to get the snake to calm down, so that he wouldn't continue to constrict. Yeah. And he was totally feeding off of my emotions. So thank God the zoologists were, like, nice people and, like, talked me through it. But... So there's my snake stories, Lydia. Now you know. Right? It totally did. It totally did. Thank God that they were super chill about it, and they, like, you know, talked me out of it, and they, like, went on with their presentation so that I wasn't, like, the focus of what was going on. And I think they do that. I think they pick the smallest kid, because I was literally the smallest kid by far in my class. I think they pick the smallest kid to put the huge snake on, just, you know, for giggles. It was kind of fun. Not gonna lie, that one was kind of fun, because I mean, he was just massive. And I did learn a lot about how they respond to you. So, you know, that was a learning experience. I wasn't, like, traumatized by that one so much. It was a very controlled environment. But let me tell you, the relief when they took that thing off of my shoulders, the relief was, like, amazing. They don't just, like, seize up all of a sudden. They, like, slowly constrict. I forgot totally and entirely to color his nose. Me being all nervous talking about snakes, and then I forget to color his nose entirely. I'm sure that's what they were trying to teach him, but they didn't have to use me to teach that. Just saying. It did give me a healthy fear of snakes, though. I will tell you that. It gave me a pretty healthy fear. What color are the bellies of these snakes, Lydia? I need to color his belly. Anybody know? I totally ruined the pattern on his head. I got sidetracked talking about my childhood trauma. So we're just gonna add some black stripes in here. This is probably all the talking I'm going to be able to do today because last night I had a super sore throat and today I can already feel it coming back. So once I am no longer live, it will be some hot tea for me and laying out stamp sets. Something that does not require me to use my voice at all. He is kind of cute, Lydia, I won't lie, for being super venomous. I just don't know what color his belly is. Anybody Googling it? I'm going to give him a bright red tongue too. It's supposed to be a coral snake, I think. So you're going to Google it and it's going to look nothing like this, but I still want to know what color his belly is. Per Google, it's a cream color. Gotcha. We can handle that. So, E55. I hear that king snakes are actually really good snakes to have around your domicile. But for me, no snake is a good snake. There's a little bit of pink in it. Okay. I will not be Googling pictures of snakes. A dead snake is a good snake. I understand that snakes have their place, okay? But where I'm from, we just had so many things that were venomous that, yeah. We were taught to freeze and back away slowly. I don't even know if that's the right advice, but that's what we were taught. Freeze and back away slowly. And we had an alfalfa field behind our house. My dad grew alfalfa. And so snakes were very prevalent in our yard growing up. So Lena and I encountered quite a number of rattlesnakes. And there's something about that rattle. As soon as you hear it, man, like your whole body seizes. Like there's nothing okay about that rattle. Your brain stops functioning. Everything literally stops. How am I on color, Allison and Tyler? Little peachy, little cream. He's peaches and cream. Looking good? Okay. All right, so here's our little snake. I'm going to grab my Pear Blossom Press white gel pen. Oh, look, I totally forgot this part of his stomach. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my white gel pen and I'm going to add highlights and to his little eyeballs. Make him a little bit more endearing. Add a couple of white scales. I love this Pear Blossom Press pen because you can get literally the finest little dots or a nice thick even line. All right, there he is. Thanks. And sometimes these guys tend to look, you know, like shiny. So I'm gonna use my silver one and add some spots in with those black stripes. Just for a little extra something something. Kind of fun. Okay, so now we're gonna fussy cut this guy. I do have the dies for him. I mean, I guess I could just use the die. Why not, right? It'll make the whole fussy cut scenario much faster. This is why I don't die cut stuff. Because it moved as it went through the thingy bobber. Now look, it's not absolutely perfect. Right? You're singing the Shiny song from Moana. It's not perfect. Grr. Now I have to cut it on the line. I never fussy cut on the line. I should have taped it. I didn't. It's my own fault. It's probably because I've only had 1 cup of coffee today. I have little pieces of tape like literally stuck to my die cutting machine as well. So it wasn't like I had to like come find tape or anything. It was just me being lazy. Okay. Now he's all, and it was decaf. Hey, Kirsten. Right? Right? I agree. So then I'm going to take my W8, since it's my darkest marker that's sitting right here, and go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Who's singing that now? I know Sandy is. All right, there he is. Okay, so let me clear off these markers. Set them aside. And throw one. Yes, baby Coop Coop, it is me. Oh, that's why you're up so early, Sandy. Because you have baby Coop Coop with you. All right. So now I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna actually pull out a stamping block if I have one somewhere. Whoa, a stamping block? What is that? Weird. I don't even know where it is. Oh, I do know where it is. I just don't know what tiny one is. I only have this big one. I have a tiny one somewhere. And nope. So I'm going to use this. And this is just a little stamp that says SSSSsup. Oh. And I'm using my Rabbit Hole Designs anti-static embossing brush. And I'm just anti-staticking the heck out of this whole thing and then trying not to touch it. Okay, then I'm gonna grab my Versamark. And I'm gonna grab my little SSSSsup stamp and I'm just gonna start stamping. And if some of them overlap, that's fine. If some of them don't, that's fine. Okay, that looks good for now. I'm gonna grab a random piece of paper. And I have sparkly clear embossing powder. So now I can see where I missed, if I did miss, and I want to put one right here. I think that's about all. Okay, so I'm gonna put my lid. Hi, Amy. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, no, no. And now you see I have glitter everywhere. There's a great way to remedy that. But you have to do it before you turn on your embossing gun, because if you turn on your embossing gun right now, that glitter is going everywhere. Nausea's real bad. I'm sorry. I did send you a card, sweetheart. Did you ever get it? Hopefully. Okay, so now plug your ears because I'm going to turn on my embossing gun. send you a card. I hope it gets to you eventually. I sent it a long time ago. All right, so here's this. Now, I have from yesterday hanging out on my desk all of my Rainbow Distress Oxide inks. So, oh, this isn't Rainbow. This is my mermaid ones. So, we're going to decide where this little guy's going to go. I think he's going to come down here, somewhere like in there. So, I'm going to start with my yellow. Yeah, Ohio weather is not great for mail. And where he is, I'm going to go ahead and add a yellow glow. And then, do I want these colors? I have black soot. I think I'm gonna go get like a peachy color. What do you guys think? Could just do yellow and black and gray, or I could do like a peachy color, like yellow, peach, red. Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I cannot believe that all of you guys were at Creativation and I didn't even like see any of you guys. Okay. So I got dried marigold, which is a peachy color. Huh, check it out. I just broke a brush. I've never done that before. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I like that soft peach color. Oops. It's okay. I'll glue it back together. Waste not, want not, you know. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, now I have fired brick. There you go, Amy. You'll get lots of cards from all the sweeties. If you guys look at her profile, man, she's got some pretty gnarly scars from surgery and stuff. I've been following her story. Amy and I have been in the same Facebook groups and stuff for years and years and years and years. Okay. That's fun. Now I'm going to grab the black. Oh, where's my brush? Thank you, Michelle. Yep, Sandy, I'm gonna have to bring this stamp pad to you because it's dry. Okay, now I am going to use my spray, my spritzer. I just love the effect that it gets. So even if I get a super smooth blend, I still tend to like spritz my oxide inks and leave it for a second to let it react. I really need to put all of my oxide inks away. I have like a ton of them out and they all need to get put back in their spots. Okay. Sorry, I was reading comments. Good morning, Leah. Hey, so pretty. I don't even know where my snake went now. He slithered off. Where the heck did he go? Okay. And then I take an extra second to kind of wipe these off so that they stick out a little bit more. And then I'm going to put this in here. Okay, did anybody see where the snake went? For real, seriously. He's probably sitting directly in front of my face, too. Oh my gosh, is he in here? Did I throw him in the trash? No? Seriously, where did he go? Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence at all. Under the Misty. Thanks, Lydia. Under the Misty Oblander. Now every time I'm going to say that. Okay. So here he is. We're going to take this little thing that says sup. We're going to put it right here like he's saying it. Misty Magnet's too close. And we're going to see if we can get a clean impression with this with my VersaFine. Under the Misty Oblander. I wasn't aware she was in my craft room sitting on my snake. Okay, and my espresso. We're gonna have new colors of espressos this year, you guys. Oh, look at that perfect impression. It makes me super duper happy. This is my Make It by Marco little holder. And then I just take my distress sprayer and spray my chamois when I have just a little stamp like this. Wipe it off, put that back in there. Because I'm lazy like that. And then I'm going to put this tiny stamp back on here or I'm going to lose it. Just like I lost my snake underneath the Misty. All right. We ready to finish this card off? So. No, I'm probably not getting the espresso tattoo. Although that was a good one. I'm not going to lie. That was a really good idea. So I have my little roll of ribbons here. And I'm going to start with, of course, yellow. Pinch it between my fingers. do 2 figure 8s. Grab my scissors. Cut off a tail long enough that I can work with. Put that between my fingers. Come around and under. And pull that tight. And then inch that off of your fingers. Fumble with your bow a little bit to make it nice. Because Lydia's cute snake needs a little bow. Oh, Lydia, while you're here, I'm going to show you your surprise because I want everybody else to see your surprise too. Are you ready? Do you want to see your surprise? Just as a random, like, hey, pretty sure you want to see your surprise because it's going to go in the mail today with this card. Grab my Sukwing tape, my score tape. I gotta show you. It's the cutest little surprise ever. Aw, thanks, Amy. So easy to make. Usually I only use this tape when I put ribbons on my cards, just a FYI. So, I go like this, figure out where my ribbon's gonna go, and place it down, line it up. Grab my tweezers from Sandy because I can't live without them. Line that up. Lydia, I have a surprise for you. If you want to see it, you gotta let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to put it in the envelope and mail it. And nobody will get to see it until you share it. Okay, I have my black paper to mat this on. And then I go like this and use my espresso to push down the tape to adhere it. I have my VersaFine sitting here with the cap off, and I know I'm gonna put something in it. Make sure you know which direction your card opens. Thanks, Jackie. Hi, Carrie. We had a whole discussion about snakes this morning that you guys missed out on, so you're going to have to go back and watch it. Either that or watch it on the YouTube channel, because I post all of my videos on YouTube when I'm done. And again, grab that. He's right here. We colored a coral snake for Lydia because she got me talking about snakes yesterday, and I have this great phobia of snakes, and she brought up that I have a snake stamp set. And she was like, dude, you have a snake stamp set. Like, why do you have this crazy phobia of snakes? And I was like, I hate snakes. So that's where all that came from. I'm gonna see if this Sweet Spring will fit here. It's gonna show, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna go to Sweet Pops. I'm gonna cut my Sweet Pops down. I have a specific pair of scissors that I keep with my Sweet Pops. And I cut them all apart and put them in this little bin. I could trim it, Allison, but that's like a lot more work than what I'm prepared for this morning. So I just want to know where Lydia got away to, because I have a surprise to show her, and Michelle is dying. She wants to see Lydia's surprise. It's so cute. My coffee is in the coffee pot right now. Well, it's still in the K-cup right now. How about that? Because I don't want it to get cold while I'm doing this. That's what I love about Sweet Pops, is I can make them literally any size I want. You were feeding Clarence? I have a gift for you. I have a surprise for you. Remember I said I was going to send you a surprise? But I was going to show you what the surprise is before I mailed it to you, just in case the USPS is amazing like they usually are and loses it or breaks it or something. So I was going to see if you wanted to see your surprise before I stuck it in the mail today with your snake card and your flower. Because I can show your surprise. It's sitting right here on my desk. You do want to see? Okay, let me put the snake on the card and then I will show you. He says, sup. Okay, now does the little bow go here or here? I think it goes here. What do you think? Right there? Make it all heavy in one corner. 1 minute left. I know, right? I have 1 minute. I think we can go a half a second long so we can see Lydia's surprise. And look, I didn't even burn my finger. There he is. Check it out, Lydia. Just for you. The surprise. Focus, focus. Sorry, Allison, I didn't see that. Okay, Lydia, are you ready for your surprise? I got you these little squirrels. So it's Clarence and Speedy Baby. They're the cutest, tiniest little squirrels I've ever seen. And they're so detailed. They're so cute. So I got you these teeny tiny little squirrels to mail to you. So hopefully the post office doesn't break them. So here's Clarence and Speedy Baby. The ones you've trained to eat out of your hand. I figured you had room for these. Because, you know, you collect a lot of stuff over the years, but these are so tiny. I figured you had room for these little squirrels. I saw them and I couldn't help it. I had to order them. They were so cute. So there we have our little snake card, and like I do with all my cards, I'm gonna stamp it. And then since I have my brushes out here, I like to do something to decorate the insides of the cards. So I am gonna use leftover ink here to add some interest to the inside of the card. just nice and soft so I can write over the top of it. Not that Lydia can read my handwriting, or anybody else for that matter. But just fun little to add some color to the inside. And there we go. There's our project for the day. Thank you. I like my custom stamp. I usually sign it too, but I don't have oh, I do have my orange pen right here. Check it out. There you go. Custom card just for you because you scared me talking about snakes. Hi, Mary. So thank you guys for joining me today. I am going to go fill my coffee cup and get to laying out stamp sets and cleaning up all of this crafter math that has happened here. And get this in the mail to Lydia before the mail guy comes. Awesome. I saw what you did there, Allison. So thank you guys for joining me. I will see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Same bad channel, same bad place, all that good stuff. So have a wonderful day and toodles.